Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 15 of the second campaign of Turning the Wheel. We have the full batch back again. Andreas is back from being more in love with other people than us, though he loves the people the most. So it's good to have him back.
Never kill people.
Yeah, that's a given, Rob.
I almost just spit out my drink. What the
Those
What,
days are behind me.
what just happened?
I was in the Navy.
Oh, we know.
So many had to.
We definitely know that you were in the Navy. Everybody in the Discord knows. That's just one of the many features of the Turning the Wheel Discord. Is Rob shows pictures of his beefcake Navy self sometimes. So
Yep.
if that's something you think you're into,
I didn't know Turning the Wheel had its own Discord. And I'm not invited. That's rude.
well, see, we are here. This is Heroes and Hooligans is the channel. I think a lot of people put two and two together there, Casey. Hooli, whatever your name is.
Rude.
I
tried.
hate you.
You tried.
I hate you.
Dude, I didn't try very hard. I'm not gonna lie. So we are back. We rejoin Folin and Phelan, Siegfried, Thurman, Thaddeus, and Andreas as they have entered the ruins of the Skykeep Balmalarrvhei. Being perhaps guided by some strange power, as they have found that some doors open when they walk up and some doors remain shut. Nonetheless, they have gotten themselves walked into a circle and fought several strange creatures, found a strange dagger that, when activated, does lightning damage rather than piercing damage, and in general are having very strange experience. And we pick off the group had just fought some strange creature that seemed to warp reality in a small puddle around it that was getting several of the melee fighters stuck in the ground as they attempted to close the distance, but Thurman nonetheless killed the creature. And we pick up there.
I think we were talking about trying to do another long rest, right? Somewhere.
Yeah,
Going back
we were
and barricading ourselves back in again.
Yeah, we were discussing if we were safe or not, and I think we were relatively safe. Kind of.
Well, if we have the ability to close, at least open and close some of these doors.
So, almost all of these doors you have forced open and broken and will not close again.
Right, but what about the one we were camped out in before? If we went back there, right after the entrance and whatever, we sealed ourselves in.
Do you know how to close it?
Did we? I thought it opened for us. I thought that
Doesn't
one opened.
mean it's going to close for us.
No, it opened. No, it opened with the either my axe or the stone.
You're entitled to try.
Well, or we keep pressing on.
I think Siegfried had a different theory for what was causing the doors to open than Thurman did.
Oh no, I think they were being guided, right?
We are being pushed to a certain location,
right,
by something.
So we might have to break doors on the way back in order to go backwards. We have to go forwards, basically. So
I mean, so you're right. That door did just open. Like, you guys woke up and it opened. You are also right that, like, you waved your axe at it when it opened, but you also waved your axe at other doors that didn't open.
Right.
We get another guest star from Phelan's past.
It's funny because I don't think she realizes that caught live.
She was walking through space. It's crazy.
I guess, just onward. If we're being led somewhere, might as well get there faster than not fast.
Yeah, maybe the intentions of this whatever entity is leading us there are good.
I doubt it, but we don't seem to have much choice.
Yeah, we're already refugees.
Thurman, I mean, if you guys want to try to close that door, you can. I don't think the axes or gems are going to be the secret to that. As you guys read in the book, the gems are storing sort of the essence of extraplanar creatures. That was 2 weeks ago, so I don't know how well you guys remember that. I doubt Rob listened to it, so you guys don't really have a map, but
Yeah, we ran around in circles.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I recall it being lots of going around and around and around, because I did go back and listen to it actually.
yeah, I said Rob, not Hooli. Hooli, I know
Yeah.
listened to it. She told us that she was.
Well,
think
There's
maybe-
one archway.
Maybe Hooli can get us out of this, or Folin rather.
So,
Yeah.
are you guys going to try to close that door and see if you can take another rest? Or
Sure.
are you going to advance from the room where you fought the gibbering mouther and move on?
I mean, somebody could take watch, right? Like Phelan and Fallen only need half the time that everybody else needs, so we could swap and Siegfried doesn't sleep just like before. It doesn't take anything to scream and say, "Get the fuck up, something's trying to eat me," if people are sleeping.
That is correct.
I think some of us probably needed a long rest, right?
From the
Yeah,
sounds of things, yeah.
It wouldn't hurt me to have a long rest.
well, you better really be on our guard now. Got a bad feeling about this one.
I got a bad feeling about this whole place, buddy. This whole place stinks of bad.
The whole place stinks as well as just stinking. Just normally, it kind of stinks.
It does. It really does.
I think there's some seepage going on.
Well, executive decision. I think Thurman needs a nap.
I'm so tired. Been fighting all day.
Yeah, so let's do it. Let's just rest. Let's go in that one room and try to rest there.
So you guys move back towards the entryway, and you attempt to enter the closed as you approach it.
It's closed?
Mhm.
How convenient. Hey, Thurman, your door's closed. Can you do your magic and open it again?
We slept and everything.
No, you haven't.
Oh, okay. Why do we need to open the door?
Because
We
it
just
closed.
closed the door.
It closed before we entered the room, right?
Yes.
Oh,
When you went back to the room, it was closed.
I'll use my axe to gently touch it.
I touched the door, touched the panel.
Nothing
anything
happens.
Of course.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in this cage right now. I don't like it.
I mean, have we determined what we think the purpose of this ship is? It's some kind of floating fortress that would fly around.
It reminds you very much of Feathervey.
But it actually wasn't on the ground at one point. It was in the air.
So is Feathervey.
Okay.
Feathervey was up in the air. This looks like it was a crashed, similar structure to Feathervey.
So this was already here, and it got knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't really found anything that, like, any rooms that appear to have a obvious purpose other than the portal room.
Right.
So if we went around in a circle, right, which means that we were probably around the perimeter, did we figure out what's in the middle of that? Like if there's a control room or somebody's watching us? Because if that door was open every other time we passed by it and didn't close until something heard us say we wanted it to close to take a fucking nap, then maybe something is here watching, listening, paying attention. Back to Siegfried's OG thought of we're being funneled.
We could be funneled.
Lead, I believe is the word I used.
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind opening the door, whoever you are? Please.
It was worth a shot.
Wait, just
I'm
imagine.
very persuasive. I can do this. Sir, please. We really need to.
Thurman, just look at the door and think very, very hard. And try to open it with your mind.
I tried that.
Open sesame.
But Thurman, being the biggest person, also has the biggest brain.
Put my
That's
hands on my
right.
head.
Yes, because that's how
Open.
it works.
Open sesame. Please.
Now,
I look at the door and do that.
in all
Willing it
seriousness,
to open.
we
Got it
have
open.
we have actually determined that if we are to unfortunately enter the dreamscape, we are able in some way, I believe, to use our imaginations in that realm. And that should not be forgotten.
Hmm.
Or what about this? What if we purposely went into the dream realm in order to circumvent some part of the real world? I don't know when that possibility may come, but it is a thought.
Huli, I'm not on Twitch. I don't know what Shen's trying to do.
Oh, it's for Thurman. I was just getting it right now. It's an inspiration for Thurman.
He already has inspiration. That's sad.
Well, then it
do?
can go to somebody else.
Everybody has inspiration, so that's sad.
Oh.
That's where we got the inspiration from.
I gave it to you
Well,
for
it's just a
successfully
second one.
doing a puzzle. There's no second ones. That's not how it
Yeah,
works.
it's you know what? You
Stack
don't know
up.
how it works. We're stacking inspiration.
Let's ask Dice Daddy how it works. Dice Daddy, how does it work? Oh, it doesn't stack? Cool. Good talk.
Not in your favor.
Does anyone else feel like our parents are
give him-
fighting?
How-
That's why I drink. It's
How
fine.
do we give Shen her channel points?
Yeah, you have to be careful whose side you choose. In this
I had
situation.
already sent it through before you said that everybody had inspiration, so I can't
So-
give them back to her.
So, like,
But
fallen
Shen has
So
100,000.
I was like, we could convert it to healing. I think that
Yeah,
somebody probably
they're
needs some
similar.
healing. Does anybody need a healing?
I'm 100.
Thurman probably. Doesn't he need to rest anyway?
Yeah, I guess still got one rage and about 10
I
hit
could use
points. I'm only
10 hit points.
Yeah, but
All right,
10 would
so-
give me max.
One of you gets to roll a d8 to heal yourself then, instead of getting the inspiration.
Thurman, heal yourself.
Are you? What's your?
No,
Just
it's-
roll a
I'm
D8.
10 too. Roll a d8.
Okay.
Or no, it's
Hey.
2d4 because it's a healing potion.
Take
Oh,
2d4, add it to your health. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Joe. So nice of you.
Well, it doesn't appear that we're going to get to take a nap. So perhaps we should move forward.
Hey, Mr. World, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When we're around that busted ass portal, do my spidey senses of portals tingle at it or no? Because I do have the ability to spidey sense portals.
Let me look at the way that is worded, because this is not an extra planar portal that you're dealing with. So let me look.
Well, if it's not a planar
You
portal, then it's
detect
irrelevant.
you just detect the distance and direction to the closest one.
Right.
But you know exactly where that one is because you could just walk
But if
to it.
I can detect it, then I know it's active, was my thought process. You know what I'm saying?
So if
You
you're
see what
going
I'm
to
saying?
use that ability, you will know that there is one deep in the ground beneath you.
Ooh.
Oh, I am going to use that.
So
Thaddeus, your shovel, quickly.
It's broken.
What's the
When we tried to
distance?
free
How
you.
far?
Out near the edge of your mile range.
So quite deep in the ground below us. Which means we need to find the way that goes down. Okay, so this thing crash landed, which means it's landed on top of something. Or there's a way through this down into whatever's below us because there's a portal.
Or it crashed hard enough that it's partially buried.
Fair.
Did
Because we
any
didn't
of us?
see.
It was like, did we see anything that looked like stairs down or?
That was my
something?
curiosity if we went into the center, because I remember hearing like we went in a circle, which means that
It
we
was a
kind of
very
had-
small circle that you guys went in.
So there's parts that we didn't get to. So, okay. If we were standing in that room that Thurman put a hole in the wall where the chest was, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If we were standing in that room facing like straight ahead with the hole on one side, would the hole be facing towards the center of the thing that we're in or towards the outer wall?
Outer wall. And it was just like a small hidden alcove that had the money stored in it.
Right. Because if it was a small circle, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If it was small circle on the outside, small circle on the inside, other rooms around us.
So the area that you have been in, you have an answer for every door and hallway in that first initial circle that they traveled all the way around in. And then you took another hallway, opened a door that had an alcove into the room that had several smaller tentacled creatures, the rats with the open brain, and the creature that was full of mouse that was like affecting the area around it and making it soft terrain. That was through an alcove. But there was also a door that was clearly between that room and the hallway that you had just come in. Then there's a door in the sort of northeast corner of that room that you guys hadn't explored because we ended at that point.
Okay. So we need to go towards the doors that we haven't touched yet, essentially, to try to figure out something that's not this tiny rat cage that we're running around in. Before we become science experiments with tentacles and no legs.
So these rats had their heads experimented on.
Do you want to examine the rats more closely? Make a nature check.
Okay. Eight.
They don't have tops of their skulls, Andreas. It's strange.
Is it kind of uniform? They haven't all have the same hairdo.
Yeah. All four of them had the same hairdo.
Look,
I've got
these just more experiments, more horrors.
I've got a 20 on that nature.
Yeah, they look like they have mutated to be that way, Folin.
So we found Rick Sanchez's lab. Fantastic.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah, essentially.
Pickle Rick.
Okay, so we're back in the room with the two doors then. The two unexplored doors.
Yep. So there's a door sort of in the northeast corner and a door in the southwest corner.
North or south, guys?
North.
Wasn't I getting a feeling of being pulled in directions?
You
Or
had
is there a
before,
place?
but stopped.
Stop now. There's nothing. Can I look inwards and see if I
Now-
can find anything?
Now you're just when you search inward, just feeling a source that sort of feels like it's growing angrier.
That doesn't help with directions.
No, it doesn't.
All right, Phelan's gonna walk towards the north door.
The door opens as Phelan walks near it.
Ooh. I don't think many of the doors have opened for Phelan yet.
Not at all.
This door reveals a 15 by 15 foot room where the lights sort of the row of crystals that would light up this area are sort of flickering along the top, and you guys can see that there are several sort of broken sliding shelves, and then there's like a pile where like the stuff that was on the shelves once had accumulated in the far corner of the room from where you are. There's also an alcove immediately to your right, and straight ahead there's another door.
Like an alcove that leads somewhere, or just a small
Leads
alcove?
into another room, like a hallway, archway. I guess is really.
Someone stand in front of the door.
What's in that pile of stuff over there?
Anything salvageable?
You find several boxes that are about a 3 foot by 3 foot cube, but otherwise resemble the other box that you had found in the lab where you found Phelan and Folin. It's seamless, but you can. It's not seamless. There's the one line where it clearly opens, but there's no hinges or any overt way to open it as you look at it.
Should we try to open the boxes or ignore them, guys?
Well, I mean,
It's a half.
I can open it my way.
There's 6 of these intact boxes.
What's in the box?
Is there
Should
anything written on them at all?
There's sort of an elaborate symbol. Give me a Arcana check, Andreas.
Aye. 5.
You don't quite remember if you've seen this symbol anywhere before. It's not in the language that you speak, and you're not even certain it's meant to represent a word. It's sort of like if you were looking at some like advanced statistical math symbol that probably has meaning to some people, but not to you.
Okay.
probably has meaning to some people, but not to you. That is so cryptic. So this is the door. This is through the door that we went to first, not the southern door, right? This is through the north door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need to. Should we check the southern door before we try to crack this door?
That makes a lot of sense to me. We don't want to leave anything on our 6.
Yeah. My thoughts. Maybe there's some creepy shit in those doors behind it, like those other tentacly guys in other places. You know?
Go check the door then, Folin. Please.
I'll come with you.
I'll check the door.
Are we in?
The door does not open as you walk up towards it.
I don't think they want us to go through this door.
Well, they haven't really wanted us to go through any of the ones that you magically opened for us, have they, Thurman?
I think I got the message now.
I'm gonna walk up to the other door, see if it opens.
I think it's the
It
point
does
now.
open.
This is the way.
Okay. 6 small fucking doors. 6 small doors, and there's 6 of us. No, it's a trap.
I meant to write boxes.
I was gonna say it's a fucking trap. Don't do it. They're caging us in. I told you we were rats in a cage.
So you open that door, Stigfried, and you see that a hallway immediately goes to the left 15 feet before turning 35 feet north, then turning right for 15 feet again, before going 10 more feet to left where it ends. And then you can either go right through an archway or go left down a 20-foot long hallway.
Are we abandoning those 6 boxes, or we keep going?
Those boxes are small enough you could take them with you if you wanted to.
I would like
Yeah.
to take the boxes with me, please.
Can we just try to open one? Do what we did before?
Yeah, can I pick up the first one and like mage hand it?
So mage handing, once again, you can't press through because it's like a forceful hand. It's just not very strong. It sort of gets stuck on the...
We're gonna have to do that thing again, aren't we? Do you remember when we had to all focus to push your thing through the box when we opened that other box to get the crystal out of it?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not
fuck it
that's
was we
not
got out
what
of
was
it.
in the other box. There was
I said, or whatever the fuck we got
It
out.
was
I
a
couldn't
book.
remember. Yeah, the book.
It was a book that was telling you about some cool science.
That's correct. Do you think we're gonna have to do that same kind of shenanigans?
It does look like the same type of box.
Dang.
Well, maybe we should just pick them up and open them another time.
Yeah, we can fool around with them when we find somewhere nice to rest.
Yeah, it did require you guys spend a significant amount of time like focusing jointly in order to open the one in the box. I would not recommend doing it outside of a rest situation.
Right, well,
Take them with and do it later.
yeah.
Oh, the Stormman wants to break down this other door that didn't open. See what's behind door number 1.
If you want me to break it down, I will.
I want to know where they don't want us to go.
All right, so I go over by the door.
Good point. Speaking of point. Ah,
Give me a strength check.
Guidance.
oh man, I'm gonna need that guidance.
Do you have inspiration too? You can use that.
Not for this. I'll just keep hitting it. There's my a 12.
Does not open the door.
Wow.
More guidance.
Oh. 21.
Opens the door and reveals a hallway that immediately turns to the east for 10 feet, then south for 10 feet, then east for 10 feet, then south for 10 feet, and there's a door to the east. If you had to guess, this door probably matches the door of the room where where Thaddeus was slammed against a wall. And there was a wall in that western, and there was a door in that western wall.
it's another circle.
Fucking course it is. All right. So back to the north door, I guess.
And so you enter the hallway. You can go to the right into what appears to open up into a room, or you can go left down a hallway.
To the room.
I want to go in the room. Take a look around. See if there's anything fun.
Let me look first before you go in there, buddy. It's a
You look-
28.
You look in the room and you see several sort of wrecked lockers and armor posts and things things that are immediately recognizable to those of you who have been soldiers before. And then there's a door in the eastern wall that appears to be shut and locked, as you appear to have come into some sort of locker room.
I don't see any creatures in there. Nothing.
You don't.
All right. Well, then I'll tell everybody it's all right to go in.
Do we find anything like good in the lockers?
Well, you have to investigate, I'm sure, for that.
You do have to investigate, but the answer is no. Whatever people once used this locker room about 20 years ago, when you estimate based on your knowledge of when Kindis fell, or somebody between then and now has certainly looted this room and taken anything that was valuable or useful out of it.
And there's a locked door at the other end.
There's a locked door in the middle, sort of 15 feet down from the corner, from the northeast corner of the room. It's in the eastern wall.
I bet you there's good stuff in there.
Hey,
This is some
Thurman,
kind
you
of
got your
locker.
lockpicking kit on you?
It's right here. Lockpick 1 and 2.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Here comes lockpick 1.
$17
It does not open the door.
with guidance, perhaps, or no? All right. No. Oh.
It's a strong lock.
No guidance. How many times is Dice Daddy gonna let me do this?
Guidance on this one, though.
All right.
Also, guidance lasts a minute. As long as I focus.
It only gets
But it's
it's on the
cantrip,
next
though,
roll,
right?
so it gets used up on the roll.
Okay.
You could just
That's
like
concentration though.
right, but it doesn't get used. It still gets used up the next time that you make a roll. So he can like cast it. You can wait a minute and then it gets used.
Okay. Oh, okay. So 21.
You wrench open the door, and you reveal a room that is full of what looks like it was weapon racks and similar things. But the only thing you see left is in the corner. You see a spool that's about a foot wide that has several feet of sort of spun, cabled metal that is very bright and shiny. It looks like it's somewhere in color between gold and silver.
So like some pewter wire or something.
It's brighter than pewter would be.
Bronze, brass.
No, if it's brighter, it'll be probably like titanium or tungsten or something.
Does this look
Could-
like the rope we saw in the sea with the sunk crashed airship?
It does indeed look like that type of metal, Siegfried.
Yep.
I've never seen this before.
How big
is
is
it
the spool?
valuable?
Oh yeah.
You have several feet of it here, probably about 6.
I bet you it could be very useful for repairing this technology too.
So it's about 6 foot of it, of this cable.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I'm gonna try to unravel it. Is it like pull it off the spool? Is it heavy? Like when I start to pull it, like too heavy, I couldn't like wrap it up and clip it to the side of my bag.
I know that you are at least a partially trained electrician. It weighs about as much as metal wire would weigh.
Okay, all right. Well, like MC cable kind of wire, or like actually standard wrapped wire.
I don't know
'Cause
what the
MC is
difference
lighter.
between those two things is.
Well, yeah,
Like a
that's what I was
12-3
asking.
wire.
You know more about that than me.
Yeah. So all right, I
It's
should be
just-
able to carry it. If it's only
It's
6
just
foot, it'll be able
a
to carry it.
pure metal wire, but surprisingly, it is still flexible.
Huh. Yeah, I'll put it in my. I'll wrap it on a spool, hang it on the side of my stuff, whatever it is I'm fucking carrying, where all my shit is. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That might really come in handy. big time. And there's no exits out of this room.
Nope.
It's like a closet, basically.
Armory might be another word for it.
Okay. No swords.
That's what I was just gonna ask. There's no nothing like no leftover whetstones or anything like that that would be potentially useful in the future. Nothing.
Yeah, if there's some sort of mundane, like whetstones, those types of things might be left. But the main thing that is left is this spool of
Cable. The cable.
strange metal.
All right. Well, let's go back down the left corridor.
Didn't we get into a cleaned out armory before too? This is the second one we found, I think.
I'll let you know. I'm trying to do my very best to map here.
You did, but it was in the other lab, Siegfried.
The other underground place?
The one where you found Phelan and Folin.
Ah, okay.
So down the other path then?
Yeah, at the T intersection, we're going to make a left.
You go from that intersection 20 feet to the west, then up 10, west 10, up 10, west 10, and end in a T intersection that goes to the right and to the left.
So the T intersection would go to the north and the south?
Correct. And after 10 feet, the north one ends in a door that goes to the east. And after 10 feet, the south one has a hallway. It continues traveling to the west.
Might as well check that door while we're here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
As you approach the door, it opens.
Motherfuck. Alright, let me look in it before we go in it. Ooh, 29.
This is a 15 tall by 35 wide room that would be completely dark were it not for Andreas's dagger that he casts a light on. The far side of the room, in both corners, there's a door heading north and south.
It's just, you said it's dark and there's just two more doors?
Mm-hmm.
Even in the darkness, we don't see anything. Those of us that can see in the dark, there's nothing. It's just an empty room with doors in it.
There's like long counters, but again, the cabinets that would be under the counter, you can see they're like hanging off hinges or were forced open at some point. Like most of the other places here, it looks like the room was ransacked either in a hurry or quite thoroughly.
I'm going to head towards the north door.
The north door opens.
Fuck me.
And just to test, what happens if I walk towards the south door?
The north door opens and closes and then opens again.
Yep, guess we're going north.
Let's make a note. Andres, whatever it is that you're keeping notes on, put a note about the two southern doors that we're passing going through these opening on their own north doors.
Okay. I'll try to remember that.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'll buy you a drink when we get out of here.
Oh, a drink. It's been so long.
Do you want me to open the doors?
Oh, they're opening on their own, Thurman. They must know you're coming because they're already opened.
This seems like some kind of maybe a lunchroom or something.
This room opens up it's 25 wide by 35 tall. There's both the door you're coming in the far left and bottom corner, and then in the middle of the bottom wall, there's another door. And then all the way diagonal across the room in the top right corner, there's another door. like several others that you saw in the other lab, it has several sort of large, what would be most familiar to those of you in this world as yourselves, is sort of like a lab table, right? Where they have like a sink and is like a place where like you would do some sort of experiment. But to you, the six of you, looks like a very strange and unusual room because you would not have had any reason to see rooms that look like this, except for in the other lab.
Not even Phelan.
I was just gonna ask. It doesn't look like the ones that we were in.
So you guys were not. These were not the types of labs that you were in. You were in more of like
Okay.
an examination room, or like where
Okay.
you're like chained to things, and like Phelan was
Like an
forced to do her
operating
magic
theater?
over and over again, and you were just they were just like trying to figure out how you guys worked, and if your power could be sealed into gemstones and used.
Ooh.
It can't, fuckers.
I mean, it could.
Okay, so I guess I'll walk past the one door on my way to the far door. Does it open?
As you are on your way to the far door, you reach it, and it does not open.
And the other door?
So you just sort of like swing past it, all the time intending to go towards the north door, so it does not open.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so if I go back and stand in front of it, does it open?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk right through, probably as Folin protests behind me.
Now this door opens, and then a hallway goes 25 feet to the right, 10 up, 25 over to the right, 10 down, and then 45 feet to the right before turning to the north. That hallway then is a 35-foot long total hallway with a door 25 feet up that will go into the west, and then a hallway that branches out at the end that goes to the right.
Gosh, it's like a freaking labyrinth.
I missed
Right.
90% of the first part.
So the other four of them can probably recall that they could only make their way through Featherway with Ballard guiding them and telling them where to go the entire time.
I don't know
I
why they
feel-
made this stuff so complicated. Jeez.
You know, I feel like in another life, in another place, I was in something very similar.
I mean, how
another
do they
another
move?
day at another age.
How do they move furniture around here?
Meh.
Imagine having to go to the bathroom and having to take a 200-foot hallway that winds around itself just to find a door that doesn't open.
Yeah.
I went the wrong way again. Damn it.
All right, Mr. World.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a favorite terrain because I'm not that kind of ranger, but I do have tracking skills. Is there some sort of way that my knowledge of tracking and things is going to help us fucking navigate this dumb shit?
You guys seem to have been doing all right so far.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Nice to meet you, Chris Rock. You're a funny guy.
What?
Yeah, I said, nice to meet you, Chris Rock. You're a funny guy because you're a regular fucking comedian over there. I'm so lost. I am so Rapan levels of lost right now. Like above the table. I have zero concept of 45 feet this way, take 2 turns, 30 feet this way, another 47 turns. Like it makes no English. The wires in my brain don't connect like that.
So there's a door in the middle of the hallway, or you can continue down a hallway as it bends around.
So it feels like something is definitely leading us. Can I just like pause in front of every door that we come across, and if it opens, walk through it?
So
Until we get
the
to where...
doors
rinse and repeat.
are not necessarily just like responding to your presence.
So they're responding to our will. Yes.
Something is.
So it's not a. You're saying it's a choice.
I'm not saying that it's your choice, but something is responding to your will that then opens the doors. So, like, if your intention is just like, oh, I'm going to go over to this door and just stand in front of it, then something knows that that's what your intention is just stand in front of the door.
Okay. So what if I want the door to open and stand in front of it?
So, like, if you want to go through a door, this whatever is operating these doors probably is going to respond to that correctly versus if you're just going to go to one. Because otherwise, like, this door might just open. You're in a fight. You go stand in front of the door. Would you want it to open then?
I
It's
feel
not-
like we've several times tried to will doors to open, and then nothing's happened.
Correct. Because whatever is interpreting that will doesn't want that door to be the one that's opened.
I want to go through the door. Let me go through the door.
The door does not open as Thurman wants to go through it.
I really want to be on the other side of that door.
Thurman, guidance, break it down.
Well, wait a minute. The doors have been most reactive to Phelan whenever she moves in that direction. So maybe she needs to be the one to will the door. Maybe think that this is the door.
Well,
Right.
a lot of the times I walked up thinking that my axe was doing it. I was the one in front of the door, and they opened. Right.
Just
Fair.
because Thurman was leading through those doors, yeah.
So it was a red herring with the axe, but
Correct.
wait a minute.
Okay, so where are we? How many doors do we have?
You have a door or continuing down the hallway?
Okay, I would like to know what's behind the door.
The door does not open.
I would like. I'm going to tell the door very firmly in my head that I want to go through it.
Nothing changes.
Phelan will sigh and walk down the hallway.
What is this sorcery?
So the hallway continues then 10 feet to the west, 10 feet to the south, or 10 feet to the east, south, east, south, ending in a T. Directly off the T to the left is a door, and then the hallway continues 10 feet back to the west before turning to the south.
Okay.
Ooh.
I want to walk purposefully towards the door with the expectation that it's going to open and allow me through.
It doesn't open.
I smack into the door.
Thurman walks up. It's my axe. I'm telling you, it's my axe. Look, it will let us through the door. Watch.
And I hold it up to the door, and I'm standing in front of it.
It doesn't open.
Yeah, hey Thurman, I think the key to getting these doors open is inside my head. Can you use your axe to open it for me and get it?
Don't worry, Thurman. I'll give you guidance. Go
Yeah.
for it.
It might hurt you.
Guidance to kill Fallen.
You better
But
do
if
it.
I
Do
do
it
that,
right.
you might not live. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I guess we just got to keep going down the other hallway.
Guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this thing is leading us to somewhere good. Maybe there's a drink or two there.
I hope it's leading us to a bed and an exit.
A bed, some drinks, some music. Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Maybe some grilled meat.
So the hallway continues. After the turn, it is 35 feet south, then 15 feet west before ending in an alcove that opens up into a 15 by 15 foot room.
Do we see anything in the room?
This room has along the wall a strange looking panel that's different than the sort of the white, hard substance panels that you see alongside most of the doors. This is larger, sort of black and reflective against the light that you're showing, but not the way a mirror is reflective. It's slightly less reflective than that.
I would like to touch it.
You to make a dexterity saving throw as lightning courses through your body.
Thurman starts to walk over.
15.
You take just half of this as you pull back quick enough to avoid the electrocution that would otherwise pass through your body. So you'll take 5 lightning damage. And you guys see this black reflective surface flash briefly white as the electricity like jumps into Phelan and passes through her body.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What kind of
So,
wizardry is this? Is this the same kind of wizardry that I saw when Terminator chopped the cables?
That's what happened to me. Same thing. Are you okay? But I was more hurt. Well, I wasn't hurt, but I took more damage.
You were sleepy.
It just made me sleepy a little. That's all.
if we look around, do we
It
find
is
anything
similar, yes, Andreas, to the flash of energy that you saw when he chopped the cables.
Hmm.
It made my axes so powerful. It might not make yours as powerful as because it would certainly hurt you if you held my axes, but it might make your weapon powerful now.
To the side of this panel in the southeast corner, there is another door.
Southeast corner. Well, maybe we can come back to this. What could this possibly be for? Is there any kind of any sort of chairs? Look like somebody did wizardry, standing here wizarding. You know, with their hands up.
Phelan, you have
There's-
a lightning dagger.
The room has the reflective black screen in it.
Okay.
Show me the way to what's making us go this way.
Show yourself. All right, so there's another door.
Yeah.
I guess
You walk towards the door and it opens and reveals another room, again 15 by 15 square, again with another door down in the southeast corner. This time there's another of those black reflective surfaces in the north wall.
Can I try to touch it with my mage hand from as far away as possible?
You can, and you see as your hand presses against it, the screen glows white just around where your hand is touching.
Wonder what that means.
Huh.
Does the screen look like technology or like something that's enchanted with magic?
Sufficiently advanced enough technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Touche.
Yeah.
Okay.
These fuckers were farming magic anyway, so their
To
technology.
you
is probably
guys,
improved.
it certainly looks like magic.
Ah, look, another wizard screen.
Probably a long shot, but does anybody by chance have dispel magic?
I don't believe so.
Don't.
It did say by probably a long shot, but
I wonder what would happen if we like threw something at it.
like a fireball.
Okay, maybe not a fireball.
Wait a minute. Not so much violence. Now, what if we just need to like express ourselves a little bit to it? Like, let me try something. Now, if I start shaking and having convulsions, try to help me, okay? It's not just an act. All right, so I go up to the wizard screen.
Okay.
And I start singing a song. Sing a song. And I start singing a little shanty, shanty, really close to the screen without touching it.
Nothing happens.
Okay, now I touch it with my hands.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Jesus. All right, 21.
You take 9 electricity damage as where your hand touches glows white, and the power and arcane energy inside it courses through your body and does 9 electric damage to you.
Ah! Okay.
Is the black shocky wall like look? Is it like in a similar position to the one in that room that it is in the one that Andres got fucked up by? Is it in the same kind of position as the one that Phelan
Nope,
got fucked up?
they're not
by?
on the same wall, but they are both about the same size. They're about 2.5 feet high by about 4 feet wide in the middle of the wall.
Are they on adjacent walls?
No.
Are
The one in the room you're in now is in the north wall. The one in the other room was on the east wall.
What if I walk up to it? Oh, go ahead.
Well, so I'm trying to think, right? If one's on the north wall and one's on the east wall, that maybe they're connected to something entirely, right? Like maybe we've reached the barrier of their experiment zone, and that's why we can't touch it and it shocks us. Does that make sense what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
Like what if one's on the north wall and one's on the east wall? That means if they were in the same, they would connect in a corner like this, north and east, right? So you have one get fucked up wall here and the other one here. Maybe they're connected on the outside. Maybe it's the barrier. Maybe we've reached the edge.
I was going to walk up to it and ask it very nicely to reveal a secret or like reveal its purpose to me.
Nothing happens.
It was worth a shot.
My powerful axe will show it who's boss.
Who knows what these wizard glasses can do?
Battle axe of Nader.
You just gonna hit it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well, just put it.
Guidance!
I'll put it up to it. I'll put it up to it.
Threaten it. Yeah.
I'll touch it with my axe.
As your axe gets near it, you see sort of bolts of arcane energy sort of glow and jump into your axe. Then your axe's ability is activated for the day
Oh.
as the energy courses for it. And so now the axe of Nader, which is your big one, has now burned its minute of force damage.
Aww.
As the energy from inside this screen affects the ability, the energy, your ability of your axe and triggers it. And so actually you don't know that this happened. So you guys now all see Thurman's axe sort of begin shaking and glowing and sort of vibrating in his hand as if he is electrocuted, but he's not reacting in any other way like he's electrocuted.
All right, let's go to this southern door.
Look at how powerful my axe is. You see how?
Just like, that's cool. Fuck that.
No, I'm like psyched. I'm staring at it.
Look, I told you how powerful it is. Look, it shines and crackles.
I want to hold up one of those 6 boxes close to the wall.
Nothing happens.
Damn. You can say that out loud, Siegfried. Maybe Phelan would hear you this time.
You have a dagger of lightning. Use it on the lightning trap.
Yeah, I guess what happens if I pull out my lightning dagger
All you do is pull it
and
out.
I kind of walk close to the black mirror of death and slowly
Before you
it.
do it, wait.
I will
wait.
stop at Folan's yells
Okay.
of protest.
Yeah, I have an idea, right? Since it's kicking out electrical damage, if the current travels the same way that real life electrical current travels, it would go through you and into somebody else if somebody else grabbed you, right? So could I essentially hold your hand while you do it and use my absorb elements reaction to mitigate that damage, and then we would have the return fire of electrical damage in that same instance. Mr. World.
I don't know.
Because absorb elements is a reaction when I take elemental damage.
I know what it is. Is that what you're going to do?
Are you going to let me?
It is electrical damage. There's nothing I can do to stop you from using your spell.
Right, but if Phelan is the one that touches it first, unless you just want to give me your damn dagger and I can just do it that way. That's what I was asking. If we could do the chain thing, since they have their dagger, and I am not
I'm actually a little concerned about letting you touch the dagger because
I might stab shit.
You're right. This dagger did. You weren't here for this, Folin. It did electrocute them all multiple times. And then she grabbed it with mage hand and pulled it out of the room, but nobody's touched it since she did that.
Yeah, so isn't it acceptable play to pass the current from one person to the next and me use absorb elements, burn a spell slot?
Actually, can I use mage hand to bring the dagger near the lightning mirror?
Of course you
That
can.
works too.
Let's do that.
So you bring the dagger over towards the black reflective surface, and as it gets nearer, held in hand, you see that the energy, similar to what happened with Thurman's axe, comes over and activates the dagger. And now you can't see this, but sort of like filamentous wiring woven through the dagger begins to glow with the same electrical energy, and you can see in the hilt especially, it's very bright. And for the first time, you see this dagger and what happens when it's activated.
It looks cool.
It does look cool.
All right. But nothing happens to the mirror.
Nothing happens to the mirror. You see that like power is arcing out and they're sort of like feedbacking off of each other, but
It's some kind of charger for these weapons. Or maybe for everything they have. A charging station.
Well,
They put
That
the
was
wizard
fun.
energy into it.
If
Like
it
that.
charges them, here, charge my axe again.
I hold it right up to it. Close again. Does it recharge?
sure.
Does it?
That's not really what they're supposed to be, but sure.
I told you it's like an electric fence.
It is a similar principle to what is happening to you like an electric fence, but the technology present in Thurman's axes that his family did not know about is sufficiently advanced that this can recharge them. Yes.
So it's back. So my force damage is back.
Yes.
Ah.
Folan, could you shoot it with an arrow?
I mean, I could, but remember when we were growing up and the gnomes that lived on the edge of our village used magic to keep their fairy cattle inside? right? Because they made cotton candy flavored milk, and all the kids would dangle them out and get them to come out and stuff. And so they imbued the ropes that were on the thing with, electrical magic. So when you touched it, it shocked the fuck out of you. Yeah. So do you remember what happened when cousin Charlie peed on that fence? You remember the current traveled back out of that, right? And it really didn't do any damage to it. I feel like me shooting an arrow is almost about like Charlie pissing on the fence. It's not really going to do anything for it. We would have to heavily focus damage into one spot to create a weak point to potentially short circuit the electrical flow. But that's a little bit kind of different than my in-character capabilities.
Don't pee on the electric wall.
Well, I guess we should try one of the doors then.
There's only one door out of this room.
I guess we should try the door.
It opens as you walk near it, revealing a hall that goes 15 feet east, then turns to the north and goes 15 feet before ending in another door.
Can we walk through that door?
You can indeed, and as you walk in this door, you hear sort of a faint hum. As you look in and you see racks and racks of what appear to be sort of hard black devices with thousands of wires running between them back and forth. But more significantly, as you open the door, you hear the scuttling of hundreds of tiny feet, and just in time before you see hundreds of those rats with the exposed brains come swarming from between the creatures towards you. We auto-rolled initiative using the encounter builder once again, and one of these things moves first, enveloping and sensing, and you sense in your head, Phelan, as these things sort of wash and swarm over you, just an immense feeling of hunger in your brain. As these creatures attempt to bite you, but they can't pierce the fabric of the clothes that you found in the other lab, and you don't take any damage.
Hooray! Glad I kept this clothing on.
Thaddeus.
Bunch of rats.
You would estimate it as like two groups of like hundreds of rats. Yeah.
Got it. Perfect. I am going to bless.
And these things are also, there's so many of these creatures and their brains are glowing so brightly that it's dim light in this room.
I will bless Thurman, Siegfried, and Folin. So they all get a extra D4 on their attack rolls and saving throws.
Andreas.
All right. They are amongst these wires and all that business.
So one swarm is entirely in the same space and occupying the same space as Phelan, who led your guys' way through the door and into the room. And then the other one is just still in the room.
Okay, I think I'm just going to just long sword. See how tough these things are before we start dropping all my spells on them. 23 to hit.
You hit.
9 points of damage.
You hit the rats, but you're uncertain how much damage you can really do to a swarm of rats with just a sword. There's so many.
Yeah.
And then another one comes through the square and begins climbing all over you.
Oh no.
But your armor holds the bites as they sort of attempt to like go in and bite and injure you.
Dirty rats.
Thurman, you see swarms of those rats with the glowing brains climbing all over Andreas and Phelan.
Oh, get off my friends! And I start whacking at the rats over Phelan. Or my buddy Andrea, sorry.
Okay.
Of course. 18.
Hits.
5 points of damage.
You feel like you hit a rat and like there's some blood on your axe, but it doesn't look like the rats are particularly damaged by that hit.
I'm going to go after the same one. Or we'll try. 21.
Hits.
10 points of damage.
Similar thing. It appears to still be making little difference in the face of the swarm.
Right.
Folin.
Hold on. I got a bonus.
Oh, bonus action.
20 to hit.
Hits.
Five points of damage.
All right. Now Folin.
All right. So there's the 2 swarms of rats, and then you said there's 2 other creatures in there, right?
Nope. Just
No.
2 swarms of rats.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to shoot the swarm of rats that's at my sister. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make their life difficult. And I'm going to ensnaring strike at these things. Sorry, sister, if you take damage in the mix of that. It's all for the good in the long run. That is a critical 29 to hit. Jesus Christ.
It does indeed hit.
All right. So 14 damage from that, and then it's a strength saving throw against the ensnaring strike. DC 14.
The unfortunate thing for you is that swarms are immune to the restrained condition.
Yeah, I mostly didn't really care about restrained, more like difficult terrain, if that counts for anything.
That they don't. They can move through any opening large enough for a rat, so they
All right,
don't
then I won't
particularly
do that.
care about
They'll
those
just-
things.
I'll just do.
I mean, it's not like you knew that. You tried. You shoot, your vines come out, and then you see that the rats are just like twisting through the vines just fine.
All right. Well, that's what I do. That's the thing that I do on my turn.
Phelan.
So am I stuck in Folin's vines?
Oh, you do need to make a save because it comes up in that space.
And what kind of save is that?
Strength save, I believe she was saying.
Yep,
Oh.
DC 14 strength save. But it's a concentration, so if it's not working, I can dismiss concentration and it'll go away.
Okay, I actually rolled a 14.
Yep,
So
you're
you
good then.
break free of the vines.
Yes. That's with a -1, by the way. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the swarm that's on me. Uh, 15 to hit.
Hits.
Well, that's just sad. 2 damage.
Okay.
And then the second beam is a 14 to hit.
Hits.
And 5 damage.
Okay, so you blast 2 bolts of the sort of dark energy that you weren't able to channel before you were frozen in time, but have been able to channel ever since you stopped your sister from breaking open a magic circle. And then it is Siegfried's turn.
Are they close enough for a green flame blade to affect both?
Indeed, it would. They're in squares right next to each other.
Huzzah! We will do so. I'll attack the one swarming on Folin with the first sword. Oh, 24 to hit. That'll do it. That'll
Hits.
do it. If the dice would go away. I hate D&D Beyond. Get out of here. 2d6 plus 5. Eventually we'll roll to 12. And then the other one takes some fire damage. Eventually 6 fire damage to the other one.
Okay. In your head, Phelan, you suddenly feel as if thousands of attempting to command you to kill the thing with fire, and I need you to make a wisdom save with advantage because you are an Eladrin and it is a charm. And you would have advantage because it's fighting you, but you passed it. You resist the thousands of voices telling you to kill. Thaddeus.
So we're all hanging out in this doorway we should move back from so we can use AoE spells, right?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back away from the door, and then I'll do my, none of my AoE spells because I don't have any, and I'll just Toll the Dead on. Well, no, I'll Toll the Dead on the Swarm. Toll the Dead. On the
Failed.
one that's on Phelan.
Failed.
And it's hurt, right? So
Mhm.
ignore that one. Sorry.
It is indeed hurt.
Eight.
Andres.
All right, so they are just crawling all around us right now.
They're crawling all over you and crawling all over Phelan.
If I use the animal friendship, does it work on a swarm?
That is an excellent question. I'm pretty sure it targets one animal, so I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be that helpful against a swarm.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, a
Not-
beast, and this is not a beast.
It's a swarm.
It's not even that it's just, even if it was just one of them, it wouldn't work. These things may resemble the beast they once were, but they are no longer beasts.
Okay.
And Folin's earlier examination of the creature would have told you that they're some form of mutant creature, not a beast any longer.
Since they're like coming towards us, is there a bunch of them out in the room coming towards us? And could I catch them in a 10-foot sphere of shattering, loud, painfully intense noise?
You could, but it would also catch Phelan.
Nope. Okay. I am going to continue brawling with my fine sword. One rat at a time. Hit 12. Hit. 8 damage. And then for my bonus action,
So the sword does less damage than you expected once again.
okay, I look over to Thurman. I say, "Take it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. You gotta give it."
I already have inspiration.
You don't have bardic inspiration though.
Is it?
Take that. And I high five you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andreas. I feel so pumped.
All right, next.
Oh shit! I put too much damage on. Andreas, I need you now to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage because you're fighting this creature. As it tells you to, as you hear 1,000 small voices forcing their will on you and telling you to kill the fire bringer.
Okay. I'm rolling with advantage. Ooh. All right, I'm going to use my luck. So I roll again with advantage.
What's luck say? You just re-roll the dice, or you roll one more dice.
Roll an additional d20.
This thing is not as quick to look. You have 3 luck points. You to roll an additional d20, so that's what you do.
So just one, not two.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what's inspiration do?
You can have advantage on any check that or attack that you're making. If you want to spend your inspiration on this, I'd say that you can.
Okay, I'll do that so I can roll advantage on this roll. All right, come on. Be lucky. 13?
You feel compelled to destroy Siegfried,
What?
and the rats drop off of your body.
Oh, no.
Thurman.
I'm so mad. Stop it.
All right, I activate Battle Axe of Nader.
Okay.
This is Siegfried's chance to kill me, and he's wanted to kill me for several episodes now.
I feel the power through my axe. Ow.
And I start wailing away at the rats.
Okay.
26 points,
Hits.
of course. And then 1d10 plus 4, and then force, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. 5 points. And
That seems to do full damage.
1d8. Plus 5 force.
Okay.
And clear out a bunch of rats at once, or no?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I hate you, little creatures.
So the axes are sort of vibrating in your hand like a vibro axe from Star Wars.
25 to hit.
Hits again.
6 damage.
Okay.
And then another d8. 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
All right.
Take this.
So it does additional damage, but it's all force damage.
That's yes. 13 points of damage, or 13 to hit. Sorry.
13 does hit with the hand axe.
And then
Don't forget you have bless too if you miss.
6. Yep. Or 7 points of damage. Oh, I activate that hand axe too, by the way.
Okay.
Oh.
So both of the axes are vibrating and thrumming with power in your hand.
1 point of force damage on it. 7 points of damage, 1 point of force damage.
Okay.
Ow! Use the dagger. Use it. Ow!
Follen.
I am going to, since force damage seems to be the way that we need to go here, I am going to do that. Where the fuck is the thing?
You can do that every round. You just use your bonus action to.
Yeah, I
Put
just
your bow
need.
into
Well, I
the-
couldn't last time because I used the other thing.
Ah,
So,
yes.
Planar Warrior for bonus action, 17 to hit
Hits.
for my action, and then damage will be.
I assume you're saving your sister and not Andreas.
Yeah, Thurman's fixing Andreas, so I can fix my.
Okay. And so with just like a blast of force out of your bow,
Yeah, 13 total.
You do a bunch of damage, and the rats scatter and are sort of broken and dead. Phelan.
Okay, so the group that was on me is gone now.
Nope, it is still there. Just
Oh.
several of them are dead.
Several of them are dead. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
No, use your dagger. No, you're at disadvantage with Eldritch Blast. You're in close combat melee range. Use your dagger. It's got the lightning damage on it.
Correct.
Okay.
Doesn't use your charisma to hit, but
I will attempt to swing at it with my dagger.
okay, it is a finesse weapon, so you can use 25 hits. Is that a critical for you?
No. It was a 19. 5 damage.
Okay. And that is all lightning.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, can I phase step to like be near Follen?
Yeah. Back down the hallway by the other ranged fighters.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, please.
Okay.
And don't forget your fire damage from your face step.
How much damage does that do?
Equivalent to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. So whatever your charisma mod is how much fire damage you do when you step out. Because we're in summer season.
4 damage then.
Okay.
4.
And then I'm done.
Siegfried.
Still 2 swarms within 5 feet of each other.
Yep.
Green flame blade again. Let's get him. Oh, with my bless this time, but whew. Well, that's a nat 20. Look at that. There we go. So 46 plus 5. Oh, not that. Yes. Hi. Thank you, baby. That's very nice of you to join in the conversation.
That's the rats screaming as they die.
Yeah, that's the sound I hear every night in my dreams. All right. So the initial one will take 20 damage, and then a little D8 from Flame Blade on the other one. Eventually, 3 fire on that one. We'll look at Andreas.
Coming for you.
That takes us to the swarm that was previously on Phelan, that now swarms over Siegfried. And does not hit. Bringing us to Thaddeus's turn.
More tolling the dead, especially on the one that is on my friend Siegfried.
Okay. What is your DC?
15.
That is what it rolled. So
Name.
then brings us to Andreas's turn. And Andreas, as your turn begins, you are still compelled to attack Siegfried.
You walking can of fiery fiend. Take this. 19.
Hits.
Take this. 7 damage.
You guys are all shocked as Andreas slashes his sword against Siegfried's back. And then you get to make another save because it's the end of your turn.
Okay. That's a wisdom save with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Hold on. Actually, it's only each time you take damage you get another save. So I lied. You
You
don't get one at the end of your turn.
All right. Siegfried won't hurt me.
Those rats swarm and attack Siegfried as well. But they also miss his armor holding firm against their swarming bites. Thurman, the rats and Andreas are all attacking Siegfried.
Wow, I'm going after the rats. Wow, wow,
12 to hit.
Hits.
7 points damage.
Okay.
And 1d8 force. 6 points force damage.
Okay, there aren't very many rats left in that one swarm you think, but now there's 2 swarms in the same space.
wow.
Hard to tell.
I'm gonna keep going. Wow. 23.
Hits.
6 points damage.
Seems like there's less rats than there were before.
8 points force.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Die, stupid rats.
25 to hit.
Hits.
1d6, 2 points damage. Plus 1d8. 3 points, and then 5 points force.
Wow.
Fallen.
So we're down from 1 swarm or 2 swarms to 1 now, finally, or no?
It looks like there's probably about 1 swarm of rats left. You know, it's 2 swarms in one space. It's hard to tell, but yeah, there's 1 swarm you hit.
Alright, so 12 force damage.
There's no longer any rats. You blast the rest of them away, which also causes Andreas to snap out of it and see sort of the end of his swing that just smacked across Siegfried's back.
Whoa. What am I doing? Siegfried, I'm sorry. I was under the spell of these.
I attack you.
Andreas, calm down, buddy. Calm down, buddy.
Did I take damage?
Yes,
Did you do that for me?
you did 7 damage.
He did 7 damage to you.
Okay.
I think. Let me roll up. Let me scroll up. 7 sounds right, but that's what we have tracker for. Yep,
Are you
7.
attacking him, Siegfried?
I'm gonna backhand him.
Make
now-
an unarmed attack.
Let me hold on. Website's loading. There we go.
You're still blessed.
Oh,
Take my head off.
I
Just
curse
a-
Andreas.
just a quick smack for failing your wisdom saves when you had inspiration. That's a 15. Looks like.
Does not hit Andreas.
I put my shield up and say, hey.
Smack.
Look, I know you got beef with me, but look, I'm not the reason why we're refugees, okay? We just got unlucky. Don't remember. Look, they said I'm a pirate.
Wait,
Remember-
did you just say you're not the reason we're refugees?
That's right.
Do we have to go back, Andreas, and go through everything we've been through, bit by bit, that points towards you?
I don't want to talk about it because remember you guys
you don't want to talk about it, Andreas.
you guys
Is
were
there
willing
maybe
to
a reason
murder people
why
just
you
to get
don't
on a
wanna
boat.
talk?
I'm going to
about
go
it.
charge my axes.
I curse Andreas.
While they're
I
arguing,
go walk down the hall and charge my axes.
yeah, while they're arguing, I'm just gonna look at Phelan and in one of our languages that we speak of the 33 of them. I'm gonna say they sure have a strange way of emoting that they're friends. If you're talking, Alex, you're muted.
I just mouthed that it is not 33.
It's a lot.
Maybe you have a lot. I only have 4.
I have 6.
So
Phelan.
I'll
Phelan, come charge your dagger
Poke
with your
John
mage
Paul.
hand. Watch me.
Her
not-
dagger doesn't need charging.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
it discharged. No.
Yours need charging.
Oh, hers wasn't charged. Yeah.
Hers is perfectly crafted.
Oh.
mine's just special. Okay, so we can look around this room. Maybe.
So this room holds several 5-foot tall boxes that seem to have wires sort of laced and weaved all over, coming in and out of the box at different levels,
And it's humming.
with like similar arcane power to like what happens when you physically touch the black screens.
So I wonder if these rats, right, when the ship fell, however long that it did, mutated using the same power that courses through this ship or whatever this thing is that you called it, whatever this fallen city thing. Um, do you think maybe that's what's mutated them? Maybe they chewed through some wires or something, and whatever this energy is what's causing them to be able to communicate with the doors and move the doors.
Maybe somehow they grafted themselves onto some sort of higher, some kind of magic wizard screen that controls all these other wizard items.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
They're geniuses, these rats.
I'm kind of more curious if these boxes, if we were able to turn them off or disable them, if that would make this city harder or easier to navigate.
Well, it's interesting that there's 6 boxes and there's 6 of us.
5? I thought it.
yep, there's 5 server boxes.
Holy, how dare you know what they are? You fucking nerd.
I'm in the room here. There's 5 racks,
Against the north wall.
but the little boxes we have 6 of those.
Correct.
Is there any other entrances or exits to this room, or just the one we came in?
There's an exit immediately to the right of the door you came in.
Question.
Mhm.
Is there an origin point for the wires to feed through? Like, do these 5 boxes that have all the wires shooting out of them converge and go through like a point in a wall, or do they run in different directions? Like, how is it that they're functioning?
Give me an Arcana check.
$11.
You don't know.
Well,
I rolled in.
I'm so confused at how our
There's thousands of these fucking wires. You don't know how they go. You're more used to like dealing with extraplanar things and magic and shit like that. This science shit is beyond Folin's ken.
Yeah, it's not beyond Phelan's though. Maybe Phelan rolled an 18.
So, like the book, understanding this is beyond sort of the untrained mind. It does require higher than an 18 to make sense of the complexities of the way that this room works.
But we can't even like determine.
I mean, so the wires seem to come in and out of every box as you look through. They run into the walls in different places. They seem to run into the floor in some places. They seem to run into the ceiling in some places.
Okay. Can I?
More importantly, as you look at them, they seem to be made out of the same material as the spool of wire that you found.
Are they seemingly storing energy? It seems.
It seems like there's energy passing through them.
Okay, so it's either information exchange or it's actual energy storage, perhaps, and conductance.
What's through the door?
A hallway that immediately turns to the right and goes 10 feet south, then 10 feet east, and then a lot of feet. 95 feet to the south with a door 60 feet down that goes west, and then at the end of the hallway, it also turns west.
Okay, so let's check this door on the western wall, 60 feet down, south.
Doesn't open.
That's a big room if that's this entire corridor is skirting the side of a large chamber. Perhaps that's the source of where these wizard power emanations are coming from. And maybe where rats also live, or their whatever hive brain is controlling them. I mean, what do you think? We just keep going down.
I want to see what's doing this. This guy's really beginning to piss me off.
I'm so tempted to just like stab one of these black tower boxes.
I hit one with my shovel.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
It's DC 15.
Is it poison, divination, magic, or fear?
Does it sound like any of those is a dexterity save?
Yes. Full whopping 6 because I'm so nimble on my feet.
Electricity arcs out of the wires, electrocuting you for only 7 electric damage. I'm sad about that.
Me too.
Vicious.
Did I do any damage to the boxes?
I mean, you left like a scratch in it.
Only a scratch?
It seems to be made out of similar materials to the panels along the side of the door and the doors. It doesn't respond the way you'd expect metal to respond, but it's very durable.
All right, I hold up my axe to the box.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Okay.
I'd like to try touching it with Mage Hand just to see if, like everything else, like the
Nope.
Black Mirror, what happens.
Nope. This is apparently a more stable device to the touch than the screens were.
Have we looked around on all these boxes? Are they just like solid boxes with wires going into them with like no levers or buttons or anything?
Correct.
Okay. Nothing on the walls of the room either?
In the western wall and in the southwestern corner, there's spools of wires just like sort of going up and down and sort of very fine and like crossing each other, wrapped and threaded through some sort of green board with small metal bits that the wires come in and out of.
Almost like a circuit board?
Yeah, almost like a circuit board.
Like an unfinished one almost?
Like an exposed one.
Exposed one. Like go over to the board. Like does it looks like the panel's been pulled out almost?
It looks like it's the back of those screens that were electrocuting you on the other side of these walls.
Oh, interesting. Guys, check this
They're
out
in the
over
same
here.
location, but they're very advanced sort of things that you're looking at. You're uncertain what they do. Being a neophyte to such things.
I got a feeling we're getting close to something really
Let's
important.
keep going. Find some place where we can figure out how these things work.
Yeah, we probably have to keep moving. I don't think any of us are able to really utilize any of this technology.
It's for wizards, basically. I wonder if Ballard would know all about this stuff.
How do you contact Ballard?
We have a. Huh? How do we get back again?
We have to go back to a teleportation circle and
That's right.
travel back.
On the other side of the island. Yeah, we got to talk to him in person.
That doesn't seem right. Probably you should look through your inventories again.
The sending stone we have talks to the teleportation people. It's the only thing I have. As I was corrected, thinking it talked to Ballard, but no, it talks to the people who do run the teleporter so we can get back.
And they work for who?
They were for Ballard, but it was communication.
But don't you have to use it
I
at
was
the
told by
portal?
you, and yes, we have to use it at the portal to use the teleporter.
Mr. Dice Daddy, I have a question.
Mhm.
While we've been walking through all of these endless corridors, is everything like just completely level, or is there any sense of it going
It's
up
sort
or
of
down?
like tilted because again, this place crashed down into the ground. So the entire thing is sort of tilted in the earth at sort of an angle. But in terms of like definitely going up or definitely going down, inconsistent with that tilt, no.
And we've still not seen anything that appears to be like stairs up or down.
Correct.
So one level, but off kilter.
Yes.
With no bars.
Yeah, it's not intentionally off kilter.
Not ADA compliant, obviously. Or ADA compliant, I should say. It's just one.
AD&D.
AD&D compliant.
Well, let's keep moving, and we try to find some sense of all these pieces of this puzzle, and then it'll reveal itself.
Does the sending stone only work at the one portal complex? Or did he say it worked everywhere? Like at all the portals? So wasn't there a portal place like back a ways?
There was indeed.
Yeah, but we wanted to explore and get to the, if there's.
It was completely broken and busted up, though. So
We had to
It
repair
did
it.
look like it was broken, yes.
Right. We had to repair it, which might be what the cable can be used for.
Ooh.
I wouldn't trust us to figure out how to fix the teleportation.
Let's
Thank-
keep going. Let's go. Let's go. I want to find out. It's killing me. Ow.
Okay, so you continue down the hallway, or are you going back to the teleportation room? What are you doing?
Let's keep going down this hallway. It goes to the south,
Hallway.
the long corridor to the south, turns west. We can't get through the door that's in the corridor.
I mean, you could get through it with Thurman's special method of opening doors if you wanted to.
The clever way.
But so you go to the hallway, it turns to the west, it goes 10 feet, then 10 feet to the north, then 10 feet to the west, then 10 feet to the north, then 10 feet to the west, then 20 feet to the north, then 10 feet to the west, then 30 feet to the north, then 10 feet to the west, then 20 feet to the south, then holds west into an archway. It opens up into a room. And in this room, you guys see an incredibly strange bunch of creatures that are only a couple feet tall and generally sort of humanoid. However, their bodies are sort of floating off the ground, but large bulbous eyes in the front of their head. Then below that, several large tentacles that sort of drag around the ground as they float are in this room. And as you reach the end of the hallway and you turn, the creature's eyes all turn and look straight at you. And we will once
Hello.
again enter an auto roll initiative.
Hello.
Derman is the first to react.
Wow. Yeah, what are you? Yeah. Wow. All right.
We're here.
You
for
hear
a
in your
drink.
you hear in your brain sort of a concept that is like offended but curious, but also just like is emitting sort of a feeling of danger spreading through your brains.
Mm. So they don't. Am I intimidated by them?
Nope.
Okay.
They don't speak your languages, but they are telepathic. And so
Andreas,
you're getting much more of the vibes from them.
Andreas, what are these things?
I defer to Andreas.
What these things are is weirdos. Um, what? So they're emoting emotions towards us of fear and anger.
Hmm.
They are not threatening us.
So, Thurman, you're deferring?
Yeah, I defer to. I just told. I used my action to.
Okay,
Well,
so the
to
first
defer.
3 of you in the path now need to make an intelligence saving throw as psychic energy screams through your head, but not like strong and powerful, well developed psychic energy, more like young and not fully powerful psychic energy.
What? What saving throw? Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Okay.
And which 3 of us are in the front?
I assume at least Thurman.
Yeah,
Folan
I
has been
was.
out front scouting, and then I don't know who else has been out front.
15.
13.
Passes. Folan, what'd you get?
Nine.
You also pass.
Wow. They're like babies.
Phelan.
Yes, my turn. They haven't like done anything aggressive yet, have they?
Sort of hovering, they're all staring, and then you see sort of your friends shaking their heads as if they're shaking off the effects of something.
I would like to attempt to say like hello or some sort of greeting to them
Okay.
in all of the languages I know.
Which are none of the ones that they understand.
Okay.
But we will then move, and so now the 4 of you need to give me an intelligence saving throw.
What 4 of us?
Not Siegfried and not Thaddeus.
And would this be an advantage?
Why? It's not a
Against-
charm.
It's not a charm. That's what I was asking. I got a 7.
Look at that, you passed as well.
Oh my goodness.
I think I'm going to use.
Andreas.
Wait. I'm going to use my luck
These guys are really stupid.
before you tell me the result. Aye, 6.
Andreas will take 1 psychic damage and be stunned, causing him to lose a turn.
We still have blasters head over.
I think Bless is over.
Yeah, I was just
Well, Thurman and Folan, what did you get on your intelligence saves?
on the second one, only a 5.
Oh, second one. Oh.
So the second one, Folan, you will take 3 psychic damage and be stunned, and Thurman will pass. Okay. Then I need the 4 of you to take another one, as another one mind tickles you. That's literally the name of this ability. Folan and Phelan pass those 2. Thurman passes.
Oh my! Wow!
Ow! Stop
Andreas?
tickling my brain! Ow!
Andres,
I'm stunned.
you need to make another save. And
Okay.
you do not have disadvantage on the save because it's not a strength or dexterity save.
Okay, saved.
You pass.
Okay.
Folin is stunned. You can't. You are incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly, so you can tell your friends what's happening. And then it is the end of your turn. Other than that, what would you like to do with your turn? Folin?
So I'm not stunned, or I am.
You are stunned until the end of your turn, which means that you can like speak falteringly, is what it says. Because like several of your friends haven't seen anything happen yet.
Right. So, Phelan, which languages did you use?
Elvish, Primordial, Sylvan, and Common.
Okay. So I'll try with Abyssal and Celestial to ask for parlay, essentially.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you are no longer stunned, and it is Siegfried's turn.
How far away are they?
They are at least 15 feet away from you because they are in the room.
How big are they?
They are about 3 feet tall. Their feet are hovering over the ground, and their tentacles drape down and sort of drag along the ground.
So they're not flumps.
They are not flumps.
Fair enough. But they are.
They're the
But-
Omega Flump.
No! No flumps. They are but monstrosities that only deserve death, and we will rush the first one. And give it a good old boom and blade attack. Give it a good old boom and blade.
Okay.
Not blessed anymore, but that's a 16 to hit it.
Hits.
That'll hit. 2d6 plus a d8.
And Siegfried, as you rush into the room, you see 5 more of these things off to the side.
Ooh, that's a lot. Still take 13 damage on that one. And I'll
That
point.
one's dead.
Oh, got one. I'll point out the other 5. Get let out. We'll be swarmed.
Thaddeus.
So I just see the 2, right?
Correct.
I will bless. How far away? 15. Okay, I will bless my party members again. Folin, Thurman, and Siegfried.
Andreas is stunned.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say to your teammates?
I guess they want to die.
All right, can I jump in now?
You can.
All right, so I'll jump in. Andreas, what's wrong? Why can't you move? And I go and I attack I start going into a crazy rage. Well, actually, I don't think I need to rage. All right, here we go. Just battle axing. Ow! Ow! Take my chopper! Ow! 25 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. This is for the entire day too, right? Oh no, I didn't activate it again. That's right.
Correct. It only lasts for a minute.
Right.
So that one goes down to your 13 damage. Bam.
Okay.
One goes down, and then there's
All
another
right,
one right
next
next
hit.
to you.
26 to hit.
Hits.
Ow! Take that, you jelly monsters! Ow! 10 damage.
Goes down.
Ow!
And then you
Ah.
see that there are 5 others in this room, which stretches this room in total. So the archway that you came in is right in the middle. It is in total 45 feet tall and 15 feet wide.
All right, I roll it.
There's a door straight across.
I roll
the
an
8
8 on my hand.
Hits.
Even
To
if
throw
it's a
your hand
1?
axe.
Well, it was a natural 1.
To hit, you need an 8. Your thrown
Okay.
hand axe hits.
Wow. Okay. 6.
It does not take one down.
Okay. Oh, I threw my hand axe. I gotta go pick
Yep,
it up. Okay.
because you were out of
Yep, I was out of
moving.
range. Yep. Or out of
So that one that you threw your hand axe moves towards you and attempts to wrap you in its tentacles, but does not hit.
Stop hugging me.
A second one attempts to wrap your head up in its tentacles, and also does not hit. One attempts to wrap Siegfried up in its tentacles, and does not hit. And then one attempts to wrap itself around Siegfried's head, and does not hit. And then the two of you each need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Who?
You and Siegfried.
Don't forget you have blessed.
8 saves, right?
Correct.
Well, I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, you can use it unlimited.
Yeah.
19, baby.
Always use it.
10.
19.
All right, Thurman, it is your turn again.
Ow! Yeah. All right, I start whacking away at the one that I threw my hand axe at. Can I? No, I can't pick it up right now.
Correct.
25.
Hits.
6 points of damage.
It's down.
All right, next one. Ow! 20.
Hits.
Ow! 11 damage. That's it.
Okay. Bring us to Phelan,
Okay.
who sees those 3 things swarming Siegfried.
Is there only the 3 left?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast, and that's a nat 20.
Are they both targeting the same one, or are they targeting different ones?
Different ones.
Okay.
So natural 20 on one of them. That's 16 damage.
Dead. You blast it out of existence.
12 to hit.
Hits.
6 damage.
Okay, it is still alive.
Okay. And then I would like to I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast Eldritch Blast again as a bonus action.
Okay. Who are your Eldritch Blast targeting? There's 2 left.
One of them, I guess the one I hit and didn't kill.
Okay, both of them
26.
at that one, or one at each again?
One at each.
Okay,
So
26 hits.
First bolt is going to do 1 damage.
Okay,
Hooray.
so that one will live.
And 15 to hit
Hits.
with 4 damage. That sucks.
Okay, then we are to Folin. There are 2 injured ones that your twin just blasted.
Are they like G-string injured or like middle?
They
of
are
the road?
like, most of these you've been seeing have gone down to 1 hit, and these have each been hit once but are not dead.
If you like poked them hard, I'm sure they'd die.
Yeah.
The short sword hits. She darts forward. Do you have a short sword? I don't think you have a short sword. You guys didn't find your stuff in the lab before you left.
Yeah, but didn't you guys have extra or no?
Not of a short sword. They had a bow and then Andreas's long
All right,
sword.
so I'm not doing that then.
But those attacks both hit with the bow.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, your bow's the same thing in a hit.
My bow is actually not the same thing, but okay.
Oh, because you're better, right? Because your archery fighting style.
Yeah.
So they both hit.
Right, so only 9 damage.
Okay. The one is dead. There's one remaining for Siegfried.
Hello, Puppet. Little booming blade for you.
When did you become British?
Cockney.
He was always British.
You didn't know. 24 to
16
hit.
hits.
24 to hit, sir.
Hits.
Let's get it straight.
I don't know why you're using dice instead of clicking the little box in your sheet.
Because I have bless too, so I need to add that in when I roll double things. I don't like D&D Beyond, but that is 13 damage on that one.
It's dead.
Die.
And all of these strange, small, tentacled creatures are dead.
Hooray!
Well, they weren't very threatening, to be honest with you.
It slimed me.
In great numbers, even the small could be powerful.
Also, I wonder where its mother is.
I wonder if these are
Tentacles all over
another.
me.
These are another result of their experiments. Do they look like they are somehow created? Can we see the maker's mark on these things? Or they
Give
look
me
like,
an investigation check.
are they like all identical?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm not good at that. 15 though.
They are not identical. As you now examine, obviously they're very strange. You've never seen anything like them before. But these were very clearly 8 distinct living beings. They have minor differences in color or markings on their skin that were different. You've never seen anything like them, but
All right, I take out my dagger and I start gutting one of them. I start cutting it apart.
sort of begin cutting them apart. You see, like you had seen before with the Unsevered, a brief flash of energy that sort of fades away.
Huh.
And there's a door straight across from where you came in.
Does this room look safe?
Doesn't feel very safe.
Is this a good spot to cut it for this evening? Since
I
we're going
think
to
there's a better spot in a couple rooms to cut it for this ending.
Okay. All right. Well, the door's right in front of us. We could go through that.
The door opens as you walk up to it, revealing a room that is 15 feet wide by 25 feet high with a door on the north wall up in the northeast corner. This room is sort of full of various broken implements. Just metal tubes and long snarled wires and things like that.
Okay. Anything just like off the cuff look interesting, or is it all just broken trash?
Give me an investigation check.
Nine.
It seems like it's mostly trash to you.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the door then.
The door opens into a hallway that goes forward 15 feet.
Is
to
that
the
west?
North.
Okay.
And then 10 feet to the west, and then 10 feet to the south, where there is another door.
Let me through.
You open the door, and here you find yourself walking into the equivalent of Ballard's command room. Only on the table, you see a large, sort of misshapen, tentacled red thing, which opens an eye that stares straight at you, and a presence fills your brain that says only the word "witness."